everyone, in this video I'm going to talk about EcoCycle. Before we start, let me introduce myself. My name is Annabelle Selegrani and I'm a bachelor degree student in management. So let's get started. The tech startup EcoCycle recently secured its first round of seed funding, totaling $5 million. The substantial capital injection was immediately allocated across three core departments: finance, marketing, and operations. From a marketing perspective, the team decided to adopt a digital-first strategy. Their primary goal is to increase brand awareness among environmentally conscious consumers using social media campaigns that emphasize the product unique value propositions, sustainable recycled pond cases. The marketing budget was optimized to achieve a high ROI atau bisa disebut returns on investment. In operations management, EcoCycle faces a more complex challenge. They are made for a lean manufacturing process to minimize waste and reduce production costs. This required restructuring their supply chain to partner only with a certified sustainable vendors. The operations team had to implement new quality control protocol, ensuring that the output met the both ethical and customer standard without increasing the lead time significantly. The finance department, led by the CFO, was responsible for the budget's allocations and managing cash flow. Their main focus was on financial forecasting to project future revenue and maintain sufficient liquidity. They also had to calculate the cost of goods sold (COGS) accurately to set a competitive yet profitably pricing strategy. Their definition to invest heavily in R&D atau bisa disebut research and development was reviewed weekly to ensure alignment with long-term financial goals. Kita lanjut dalam answer the questions below. Comprehensions atau pertanyaan pemahaman. Yang pertama, what is seed funding and what was the total amount of the initial seed funding secured by EcoCycle? Yang artinya, apa itu seed funding dan beberapa total pendanaan awal seed funding yang diperoleh EcoCycle? Jawabannya, seed funding is an initial form of investment, usually the first funding secured by a startup, used to commerce operations, conduct market research, or for initial product development. The total initial funding, seed funding, secured by EcoCycle was $5 million. Number 2. What is the unique value proposition and unique value propositions imposed by the marketing team? Yang artinya, apa posisi nilai unik dan posisi nilai unik apa yang ditekankan oleh tim pemasaran? Jawabannya, a unique value proposition atau UVP is a statement that clearly describes the benefit a company offers to customers, how it solves their problem, and what sets it apart from competitors. The unique UVP emphasized by the EcoCycle marketing team is sustainable, recyclable pond cases. Number 3. In operations management, what key process did EcoCycle adopt to reduce production costs? Yang artinya, dalam manajemen operasional, proses kunci apa yang diadopsi EcoCycle untuk mengurangi biaya produksi? Jawabannya, the key process adopted by EcoCycle to reduce production costs was the lean manufacturing. process atau dalam kurung proses manufacturing wrapping to minimize waste and reduce production costs. Number 4. What was the main responsibility of the finance department regarding future earnings? Yang artinya, apa tanggung jawab utama Departemen Keuangan terkait pendapatan di masa depan? The finance department's main responsibility regarding future earning was financial forecasting, atau parameter keuangan to project future revenue, memproyeksikan pendapatan di masa depan. B. Critical thinking and integrated vocabulary questions, atau analisis kritis dan kosakata terpadu. The article mentioned the marketing budget was optimized for a high ROI atau returns on investment. Jelaskan dengan kata-kata Anda sendiri mengapa ROI penting untuk dievaluasi dalam sebuah campaign pemasaran. ROI atau return on investment is a metric that measures the efficiency or portability investment relative to its cost. ROI indicates whether the money spent on marketing generates more in revenue or profit for the company, and evaluating ROI helps the marketing team optimize the budget. For example, shifting funds from poor-performing campaign to high-performing ones, and prove the value of their work to management. ROI atau Return on Investment adalah metrik yang mengukur efisiensi untuk profitabilitas suatu investasi relatif terhadap biayanya. ROI merupakan apakah uang yang dihabiskan untuk pemasaran menghasilkan lebih banyak pendapatan atau keuntungan. Bagi perusahaan dan evaluasi ROI membantu tim pemasaran untuk mengoptimalkan anggaran, misalnya mengalihkan dana dan campaign yang berkinerja buruk ke campaign yang berkinerja tinggi, dan membuktikan nilai pekerjaan mereka kepada manajemen. Number 2, apa itu cost of goods sold atau COGS, dan mengapa tim operation management perlu menghitung cost of goods sold atau COGS secara akurat sebelum menetapkan pricing strategy. Cost of goods sold atau COGS is a direct cost attributable to the production of the goods sold by a company. This includes the cost of raw materials, direct labor, and manufacturing overhead. The operations management teams need to calculate COGS accurately because it represents the minimum cost base for each product, and accurately calculating COGS is crucial before setting a pricing strategy so that his selling price can be competitive in the market, yet remain profitable to achieve profitability. Cost of goods sold (COGS) atau harga pokok penjualan HPP adalah biaya langsung yang didistribusikan pada produksi barang yang dijual oleh perusahaan. Ini mencakup biaya bahan baku, tenaga kerja langsung, dan biaya overhead manufacture. Tim Operations Management perlu menghitung COGS secara akurat karena ini adalah dasar biaya minimum untuk setiap produk, dan menghitung COGS dengan akurat sangat penting sebelum ditetapkan pricing strategy agar harga jual dapat kompetitif dan tetap menghitung untuk mencapai profitabilitas. Number 3, apa itu lean manufacturing and supply chains? Mengapa operasional memutuskan untuk melakukan lean manufacturing dan menstrukturisasi supply chain? Menurut Anda, trade-off kompromi apa yang paling mungkin dihadapi oleh manajemen manajemen dalam keputusan ini. Lean manufacturing, a systematic approach to eliminating waste in the production process. The goals in the maximize customer value will minimize waste. Supply chain, the network involves all individual organizations, research activities, and technology in the creation and sale of the product of service. And for the reason EcoCycle adopted lean manufacturing is it to minimize waste and reduce production costs, and they reconstructed the supply chain to partner only with a certified sustainable vendor to ensure the ethical and sustainability standard of their product. The most likely trade-off faced is between cost versus speed and flexibility. Certified sustainable vendor may charge higher price for raw material (increasing initial COGS) or have a longer lead times compared to conventional vendor. This could potentially slow down the production process and pose a challenge maintaining liquidity. Lean manufacturing, sebuah pendekatan sistematis untuk menghilangkan pemborosan waste dalam proses produk. Tujuannya adalah memaksimalkan nilai pelanggan sambil meminimalkan pemborosan. Supply chains, rantai pasokan, jaringan yang melibatkan semua individu, organisasi, sumber daya, kegiatan, dan teknologi dalam pembuatan dan penjualan produk atau layanan. Alasan EcoCycle mengadopsi lean manufacturing untuk meminimalkan limbah dan mengurangi biaya produksi, dan mereka menstrukturisasi supply chains untuk berpartner hanya dengan vendor berkelanjutan yang bersertifikat guna memastikan standar etika dan berkelanjutan produk mereka. Trade-off yang paling mungkin dihadapi adalah antara biaya atau cost versus kecepatan (speed) dan fleksibilitas atau flexibility. Vendor yang bersertifikat berkelanjutan mungkin mengenakan harga yang lebih tinggi untuk bahan baku (meningkatkan COGS awal), atau memiliki lead time (waktu tunggu) yang lebih lama dibandingkan vendor biasa, sehingga dapat memperlambat proses produksi, berpotensi meningkatkan tantangan dalam mempertahankan likuiditas. And that's all what I presentation for this video. Thank you so much for watching till the end. See you guys. Bye bye.